Yo, what's up guys? Welcome to another video. Before I get into the actual topic, I do just want to say that for this video I am giving away another free consulting call. So it's completely for free. We'll do a Skype call. You can share your screen with me. You can pretty much take me through your store, take me through your ads, and we'll kind of, develop a strategy for what would work in your situation. We'll just go through all literally A to Z of what's happening and try and fix things, and I'll even help you find products and stuff if you need it. I'm giving away one per video, so the way that you can get it, essentially you just have to subscribe first and then go down below and comment down a topic that you will want to see on this channel. It can be anything. It can be SMMA, it can be affiliate marketing, it can be Shopify, it can be anything direct. Just put it down below, as well as put your Instagram name. Very, very important. Put your Instagram username so that I can go ahead and message you on there to get the whole call set up. Other than that though, let's dive into the video. Alright, so this is a question that I've actually been getting quite a lot lately, and I guess it's because it's one of the first things that you have to set up when you come to your store, which is, actually processing payments so that you can accept orders and actually get paid for what you're doing. And a lot of people have been noticing, when I spoke previously about setting up Stripe and stuff, when you set up a Shopify store, straight away actually it only gives you the option for Shopify payments, okay? Now, if you are in a country that Shopify payments doesn't support, then this video is kind of not going to be as relevant to you, although I will touch onto it, but you won't be seeing Shopify payments. But in most countries, I believe they actually do support them anyway. Now you can go ahead and watch the video and I'll give you alternatives and stuff, but my short answer is do not use Shopify payments and try and avoid it at all costs. Okay, now the big reasons for this that I want to get into is, number one, Shopify payments does a very, very good job of marketing itself. Obviously, you're on Shopify, meaning it is a lot easier to set up than some of the other payment methods, although they're also very easy. Shopify payments has one very, very added benefit, which I do think is important, and I think it's a bit of a shame that the others can't do it. But essentially what they do is, because most websites online are hosted by Shopify, Shopify pretty much saves the card information and then allows it to be transferred into other stores. Okay, so what does that mean? It means if someone is on someone else's online store and they buy from them, they enter in their card information. When they come to my store, it will automatically fill in their card information because they entered it in on another Shopify store. Okay, that does a lot of things. Essentially, it just speeds up the transaction process. The customer doesn't have to take out their card, doesn't have to fill it in and go through all of that, and it just makes the process a lot less painful, which means you're probably going to have a higher conversion rate. Shopify Payments has also done a really, really good job integrating with Apple Pay, as well as Samsung Pay and Google Pay, amongst others. So they have done a very, very good job with that. So as a platform, it is actually phenomenally good and it works really, really well. The reason why I would say don't use it is because it is one of the newer platforms. It is powered by Stripe, but I believe Shopify does kind of, oversee it anyway. They are one of the most quick platforms to action for the smallest little things. Okay, now what does that mean? All payment platforms are the same. Okay, they do not like chargebacks. It is a risk to them as a business, and it is a very big risk for them to actually make a loss out of the transaction. As such, most payment processors do certain things like a hold. So that means every 10% of whatever you're earning, they're going to keep for 90 days is generally the average, although PayPal is 180. But yeah, PayPal is the worst, so that's something I'm going to talk about just now. But what they do is essentially they will hold your money for a certain amount of time, because for them that is some security that if you get a whole lot of chargebacks, they can dig into that money to refund the customer instead of into their own pocket. Okay, that's how they've kind of structured that. PayPal, okay, has huge issues with this. PayPal just closes accounts and just keeps the money for 180 days. They've got no real customer service and stuff for anything like that, so just stay away from PayPal. Shopify is got some interesting policies here. They will take 25% of all revenue if you're doing over a certain amount, okay? Generally, that's after your first $5,000. What does that mean? 25% of everything you earn will go to Shopify for 90 days. Now, realistically, if you're doing dropshipping, that may be a very, very big portion, if not your entire profit margin. Okay, so essentially, it means you're going to be starved of cash for those 90 days. So, if you're just doing testing and you're just trying a whole lot of different products and you need that cash flow to keep going and keep building momentum with your product testing, that's going to be a very, very big issue. Okay, it's also just, as a business owner, it's not very nice when the majority of your money is not actually getting to you. So yeah, that's a very, very big thing with Shopify. The other thing is, if there are chargebacks, they don't have a very good way of, communicating with you in terms of you submitting tracking information and documents and stuff like that to get the situation resolved. They pretty much just issue a chargeback. Okay, they're also the worst people to negotiate with. They're just not interested in helping. They just do their own thing pretty much. So in terms of alternatives, there's a couple that you can use, and it does depend on what country you're in, because some are available in others, which others are not. Now, I use personally on all my stores, I use Stripe. Okay, a lot of the big people that are in dropshipping also use Stripe, and it's what I would recommend. Now, Shopify Payments is powered by Stripe, but it's a completely separate setup and very, very different policy. Stripe has its own dashboard, which obviously Stripe's a huge company. This is what they do. Their dashboard is really, really great at, submitting documents and submitting tracking numbers. And I also find that Stripe is a bit more lenient. So, if you're getting 1 or 2 chargebacks every now and again, they're not going to submit a hold. Okay, they're just not. It's not worth their time. And it is generally, it's normal to get chargebacks if you're an online store. However, obviously, if you're getting a ton of chargebacks consecutively, Stripe will do the same thing and issue a hold, but it is not as big, and they are a little bit more lenient on what they can do there. So that's that. The other thing here, very important to note, is if you use anything other than Shopify Payments, Shopify does add on an additional fee. Okay, it's a very, very clever way for them to get around, I guess, cutting out their competitors. But it's not much. I believe it's about 1% or something like that. So for me, I would just say, it's definitely worth the cost that you're going to save. Okay. The other thing is Stripe's got their own app and stuff like that. Now, if you are in a country where Stripe is not supported, I definitely recommend that you check out either 2Checkout or Authorize.net. Now, I have never used either of these two, to be completely honest with you, but I do know lots of people who have used both of them. Authorize.net is great. The only thing I have heard of 2Checkout is they have quite a few copyright issues. So if you're selling a product which another one of their merchants is selling, for some reason they seem to have issues where they don't allow you to continue selling. I can't speak to that. I just know that it exists. But it's probably something you should go ahead and do your own research on. But after that, don't use PayPal. Just don't use PayPal. If you are in a country that has Shopify Payments, I'm going to quickly tell you how you can get around this whole block that they have put and how you can actually get Stripe set up. The first thing that you want to do is you just want to go to settings and go to your payment providers and then just deactivate Shopify Payments. Okay, it's also very, very easy to do. Then you're just going to go into settings, go to your online store general, and just change your location. You cannot be in any country that has Shopify Payments, and you can just Google which country that is, but I would just recommend that you change your location either to France or something like South Africa also works really, really well. At that point, Shopify Payments does not support your country, so it won't be there. Then you can go ahead and add in Stripe. It's very, very easy to do. Stripe just asks for an email and a password and a bank account to put the money in. It honestly takes 5 to 10 minutes and it's just really, really quick. Yeah, that is essentially what I wanted to get at. I think it will help a lot of you because it is a first step, and it is actually a very important, big step, because if you can't get your money, there's a big problem with this whole business idea. So take that as you will. Definitely go ahead, drop that comment for the mentorship call. I'm keen to help and see any issues that you have. And then the other thing also is there is also a Facebook group live in the description below. I think it's the third or second link. You can click that. It's also 100% for free. It's just a way for you to go ahead and work with other dropshippers in the space. But otherwise, guys, I will see you in tomorrow's video. Thanks for watching. subscribe, all of that stuff, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video.